Today, we'll be looking at trucks. These 6-foot beds are the staple transportation medium for many Americans. Over 1 million of these were sold last year, and the number has been on the rise ever since. That's not surprising considering the amount of utility you can get from one of these. If you're in the market for one, you probably saw some of the latest releases that go for an upward of 50 grand at least. They're indeed on the expensive side, and you are forgiven for considering more affordable options. But the extra cash is just there to cover some extra bells and whistles, not to mention aesthetics. Even at that crazy price point, there are still some people who would splurge on these trucks. This just shows how important it is to own a truck. If you just need a bare-bone truck to move a lot of stuff around, you don't need to splurge anywhere near that amount. In fact, you can make do with a fifth of that. With just $10,000, you can get a really decent vehicle that can do it all. It might not look super elegant doing it, but you don't need that to get stuff done. But affordability goes way beyond just the immediate cost of buying the truck. You also have to consider its fuel economy, reliability, and inevitably, repair cost. A cheap truck isn't really cheap if it devours fuel, breaks down often, and comes with expensive spare parts. For your convenience, I have here a list of trucks you can get without breaking a bank, so you can move a lot of stuff around without breaking your back. Of course, you're buying used trucks at this price point. Some of them even have a massive mileage under their belt, but considering the reliability, I doubt you'd have an issue with it. Number 1, Toyota Tacoma. The Toyota Tacoma is the jack of all trades. It can do pretty much everything you throw at it. Its reliability is unmatched, as is the 5-speed manual transmission. The only thing it cannot do is tow massive loads above 3,500 pounds. If you get the one with 190 horsepower V6 models, you have around 5,000 pounds to work with. You might only find those with a fair number of miles under their belts, but don't let the number fool you. They are reliable nonetheless. Number 2, Toyota Tundra. Another one of Toyota's offerings. This one is just as reliable as any other truck from the manufacturer. The first generation came with a 190 horsepower V6 up until 2004. The later versions packed a 236 horsepower V6, but I recommend going for the 4.7 liter V8 engine, specifically the one that comes out between 2005 and 2006. This is because they came with a variable valve timing, which provides better horsepower and torque. Similar to Tacoma, you cannot find one with below 100,000 miles. There are more than a few Tundras over 1 million miles using the same old V8 engine. Even if you find one with low mileage, the condition might not be ideal. All first-gen Tundras can be fitted with a manual transmission with a 5-speed and a 6-speed in 2005. Another cool factor is the fully retractable rear window. Number 3, Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500 is a classic. It comes with a 4.8-liter V8 engine that does not gouge on fuel. It's a durable and reliable workhorse of a truck. On the off chance it breaks down, finding replacement parts is very easy. Driving this is a smooth and comfortable experience. You can get this at around $10,000 in a used pickup. There's a second generation that comes with a V6 engine and often rear-wheel drive. I highly recommend you go for the first gen if you had better traction and less oxidation. Chevrolet S10 ZR2. GM's smallest pickup was the S10 and the Sonoma before the Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon were introduced. You could get their dedicated off-road variant, then came the ZR2 that you could grab for around $10,000 or less. The ZR2 was introduced between 1994 and 2003. Both versions of the compact pickup came with a wide variety of hardware for trailers. You get a stronger drivetrain, a sturdy frame supported by Bilstein shocks on a set of meaty 31-inch tires. The 4.3-liter V6 engine gives you a respectable 250 pound-feet of torque going through all the wheels. Here you can opt for either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed auto transmission. As an off-roader, the ZR2 is not the best for the job. However, it is a decent ride in its own right. It delivers a real good performance for its price. Ford F-250 and F-350 Super Duty. If you want a powerful workhorse, you want a heavy-duty truck. Here, the Ford F-250 and F-350 fit the bill perfectly. They get the job done without tapping out early, although they do so without a few bruises. But that much is to be expected if you put them through some abuse. The 6.2-liter V8 engine brings to the table 411 horsepower, which is not the most powerful out there, but at least the gas engine comes with a cheap repair cost. With this engine, you can haul 15,800 pounds with a fifth-wheel trailer. Honda Ridgeline. This one does not look sleek, but it does not have to be. Its look is saying nothing of its performance. It is versatile and practical, which is why it makes it into this list. Similar to the good old Tacoma, the Honda Ridgeline is known for its reliability. It has spacious accommodation and a special two-way gate that swings and folds. This might not be the truck to tow a hauler, but for DIYers who need to haul a lot of tools in the trunk. Nissan Titan. The Nissan Titan packs in the hood a 5.6-liter V8 engine that gives 305 to 317 horsepower through a 5-speed automatic transmission. In this list, the Nissan Titan tops 60 miles per hour, the fastest. Other than that, you get a cloth interior, a massive infotainment screen, an off-road trim, and a bit more horsepower as part of the Titan's improvement over its 11-year production. The Titan has an appetite of 14 mpg and can pull 9,400 pounds max. Overall, the Titan is affordable and powerful. You won't regret it, save for the A-pillar and side view mirror that might affect visibility. Dodge Dakota. The Dodge Dakota RT follows the same DNA as the Ford F-150 Lightning and the GMC Cyclone. While the latter two are more popular, the Dodge is still a powerful pickup and the only one among the three that you can grab for less than $10,000. Manufactured between 1998 and 2003, the RT features a chunky 5.9-liter Magnum V8 engine. From this, you get 250 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque. The 4-speed automatic transmission is your only option, but the Sport-Tune suspension brought the ride down by an inch on the hefty 255/55 tires on 17-inch wheels made for a fun drive. The Dodge's signature muscular design still looks good nowadays, and you can get it with a regular or extended cab. Unfortunately, models with shorter wheelbase are the most popular, and they are way outside our budget here, so you would just have to settle with a longer wheelbase. Subaru Baja. You get some options when it comes to the engine. You can get one with 165 or 210 horsepower, with the latter being turbocharged. You really cannot go wrong with the Baja if you want to do truck things without the sacrifice of driving one. The Baja Turbo packs a 2.5-liter Turbo 4 that comes with different springs for better ground clearance and more torque for a better driving experience. You can fold down the rear seats to make room for longer material if needed. The Baja cannot pull a camper, but it is a pleasure to drive nonetheless. And there you have it. There are some of the most value-packed truck options under $10,000. Of course, these are used trucks and pretty old models, but that's just the way it is for if you want trucks at an affordable price. That said, just because they are cheap does not mean they are unreliable. Some of these are still sought after today, particularly those from Toyota. They may look a bit out of date, but they can still do truck things. Some can even do better than some of the more modern models. If you just want a truck that can haul and tow, you can never go wrong with any of the above. Thank you for watching. If you find this video informative and entertaining, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. As always, we'll see you again in the next episode.